Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from bright, shiny, beautiful San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Fact, I've been married 23 times. I know that sounds like a lot, maybe above average. Maybe if people are honest, they have too. But what exactly do I mean by that? You know, one of the fascinating aspects of a marriage relationship that I have observed is that people can get stuck in what is called a frozen perception. People can get stuck in what they call a frozen perception, and many times relationships that were intended to be long-term for the rest of your life end up crumbling and failing because what was felt, the feelings in the very beginning, begin to wane over a period of time, and then as the pressures of life, responsibilities, children, bills, and just the pressure that everyday life exacts on a responsible adult. As these things come into play, people begin to change their feelings about their own life and, of course, the person that they are spending their life with. So what do I mean that I've been married 23 times? I read a great little statement that somebody wrote this morning about guys who have an issue with being with the same woman for the rest of their life and only being with one person. And the saddest, funniest thing I've heard years and years ago that I never forgot because it cracked me up and it was very sad was that they said that women are looking for one man who will meet all of their needs, and men are looking for many, many women who will meet their one need. Sad and funny at the same time. And yet in a mature relationship, what we discover is that people begin to agree with feelings being connected to a sense of hopelessness. Let me just encourage you, wherever you are in your marriage relationship, and for those of you that have been married more than 20 years, you'll certainly understand this. For those of you that haven't or may be newly married, understand this. If you are basing the commitment to be a blessing to and develop and encourage and inspire and serve truly the person you chose to give your life to, if you're basing that commitment on how you feel about them, I have very bad news for you. Over time, your feelings can change. Now, they can change and become even greater and greater, or they can change and begin to wane and to wither away. Much like a beautiful garden. A beautiful flower garden requires continual maintenance. Now, I love these little 20-somethings that say, if you have to work on your marriage, it's probably not the right one. No, maybe you need to pull your thumb out of your mouth, stop sucking your thumb and being a big baby, and realize that many times you just don't even get it, that it's really not about you and getting your needs met only. In the first place, it's about living a life that's bigger than yourself, serving and assisting another person. I've been married 23 times. What do I mean by that? I met a fiery little soccer playing kung fu karate gal at 20 years old. The next year, I met a dancing praise and worshiper that I married. The next year after that, I met a person who was fired up managing a jewelry store. The next year after that, I married somebody who was really upset with me because I was as scared to have babies. I was afraid, man. And I said, no, I didn't want to do it. Married that one for a year. Then I married somebody who got pregnant. Then I married somebody that had a baby. And then after that, had another baby. And then had another. And then had another. And then had another. And then had another. And then I was married to a person who was putting a lot of expectations on me. And I had to change. And then I married somebody who was really frustrated. And then I married somebody that was really happy. And then I married somebody who wanted a bigger life. And then I married the next year somebody who said, you know what, I think I'll get into fitness. And the next year I married somebody who said, you know what, I'm really doing good at this. And the next year I married somebody who said, I'm going to be a figure fitness competitor. And the next year I married somebody who said, I'm going to be a personal trainer. I've married 23 different times to the same woman by choice. You see, she has changed, Angela, and I have changed over the years as children have added to our life, as responsibilities have increased, as interests and hobbies have entered our lives. We've become different. So I may be with the same person, and yet I'm not with the same person. And a huge factor to anything that she and I may enjoy is recognizing this, that there are seasons that we both go through and will go through where our feelings may not be connected to our commitment because we both have individual things going on. Neither of us has ever had a family with 7 kids. Neither of us has ever raised 4 teenagers and 2 little guys. Neither of us has done this before, so we're experiencing this for the first time. So you have the ability to break free of a mindset that says I'm stuck, and this is the way that it is, and this is the way that they are, and this is the way things are always going to be. No, they don't have to be. Just as we know our children can grow and change, don't believe the lie that people can't change and people won't change and people don't change. People change every day, usually through inspiration or desperation. So my hope today is through inspiration that you if you're not experiencing the relationship that you intended or hoped for, there is hope. You can breathe life into the dry bones of that relationship and realize this: for things to change, you've got to change. For things to get better, you've got to get better. At some point in my marriage, I can't tell you when, it occurred to me through something I received from somebody else, this simple fact: if I change, that's the only person I can change. I've got to change. If I change, maybe Angela will change. And that has been a huge secret. If I wait for her to become someone or something that I feel like I need without my willingness to put skin in the game, it doesn't work like that. For things to get better, you've got to get better. For things to change, you've got to change. And have hope. God is in the miracle business, and He can restore what you think has been lost. Have a great day, guys.